Yo people, welcome back to another video, and this is of course Premier League Game Week 21 Part 2 preview, or Part 1 we did last weekend. So Part 2 this weekend, and there are some good games on show. Of course, Brentford against Nottingham Forest, highlight day. Toney to make his return to Premier League football, as well as Arsenal return to Premier League football, so alongside Liverpool. Um, and yeah, I think not really any big games that stand out. Um, but yeah, still very good games to watch. Let's get straight into all of them. So the first game is of course Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Of course, Arsenal lost now 2 games on the spin in the Premier League. Lost to Fulham and West Ham. Haven't played in the Premier League in a while. First time in a while they are playing in the Premier League. Drew of Liverpool, of course, on the 23rd. So they are winners in the last 3 games in the Premier League. They did lose to Liverpool also in the Cup, and they didn't play in the Carabao Cup. So, and they were away for the other one, to Dubai for the winter break. Crystal Palace beat Brentford 3-1 last time out. I want to say they won in the FA Cup. I'm not exactly sure. But coming into this game, Arsenal do have a real good record against Palace. Palace have only been able to beat them twice. The last 10 games they have played, for 1 home and 1 away. Of course, we all remember in 2022. Beginning of the season, the 21-22 season. I think the season Arsenal bought to top 4, if I'm not wrong, 3-0 Arsenal. So yeah, that also should be beating Crystal Palace. If they don't, that's not good. Palace do have some players away. Of course, Ayew is away. With the AFCON, and I think 1 or 2 more others, but also should be winning this. I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Arsenal. Next game is Brentford against Nottingham Forest, and after being on absolute terrible form, Brentford finally won. They finally scored a few goals, actually, and I thought they beat Wolves. They didn't. They lost to Wolves in the cup, if I'm not wrong. But they did score a few. I think they scored 2 goals, so improvement of late. They've just been scoring 1 goal, at least for them. But the main man, Toney, is back for them. Will he start? Will he not? He says in the interview he owes Brentford a lot, and he definitely does. As far as 2 from 2, beat United, beat Newcastle, of course, got found guilty of FFP charges over this break where they haven't played for a while. So, yeah, we'll see what that happens. They play a Brentford team that they have only beaten once once away from home in the last 10 games, and that was against in 2020 1-0 win. That might have been in the championship, if I'm not wrong. So this game, recently it's been a draw. But I think with Ivan Toney back, a few players again for Forest are away for the AFCON, I think. But definitely for Brentford, I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw in this one. Sheffield United against West Ham. Um, 4 games unbeaten. West Ham, of course, a draw against Brighton 0-0. Beat United, beat Wolves, then a draw to Brighton. Sheffield United lost to Man City 2-0 and 3-2 to Luton, of course. Don't know how they did in the FA Cup. Unsure how they did, but coming into this game, they've only beaten West Ham once, and that was a 1-0 victory at home in 2020. Again, that will be in the Premier League. West Ham have a good record against them. I'm going to go for 1-0. 1-0 West Ham won. Because Kudus is away, a few players are away for them. So 1-0 went to West Ham. Liverpool against Bournemouth, of course, we all know what happened last season. Towards the end of the season, 11th of March 2023, it was a 1-0 win to Bournemouth. And in that season, also, we saw the 9-0. 9-0 to Liverpool, but that was at Anfield at the Vitality Stadium, 0-0. 0-0 for a long time, and then Bournemouth scored, of course, last season. They lost to Tottenham in the recent Premier League game. Can they bounce back? Will it be another one? I don't think so, but I do think they score. I'm going to go for a 2-1, but a 3-1 won't surprise me. Brighton against Wolves. Wolves 3 wins on the spin, and beat Brentford in the cup. So they on good form. Brighton. Then they win. Then they drew with West Ham of beating them 4-2. This game, of course, last season at the match was a 6-0 Brighton hammering. Brighton recent years dominate this fixture, but I'm going to go for big upset here. Monday night game, Wolves 2, Brighton 1. 2-2 Wolves. That's my upset of the weekend. Let me know what is your predictions in the comments below. Of course, only 5 games this weekend, like last weekend, but still so good games on show. So let me know what you guys think of it. See you in a bit. Cheers.